This is an iHeart podcast.
You know who it is, Brandon Kyle Goodman. But this Pride Month, call me Messy Mother. On my podcast, Tell Me Something Messy, I'm diving into all the juicy stories and sizzling hot tea that'll make you want to live your life liberated and free. Nothing is off the table for our messy kikis. Plus, I'll be joined by star-studded guests like T.S. Madison and dragging messy stories out of guests like the one and only Katya. Ooh, I can't wait to get messy with you. Listen to Tell Me Something Messy on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Show me how good it can get today, God, and show the rest of the world what we already know. It can't get no better than being hella black, hella queer, and hella Christian. My name is Joseph Reeves. I am the creator and host of Hella Black, Hella Queer, Hella Christian, a fully black, fully queer, fully human, fully divine podcast from iHeartMedia. To Hella Black, Hella Queer, Hella Christian on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you remember Vine? It changed the internet forever, and it vanished in its prime. I'm Benedict Townsend, and this is Vine, 6 seconds that changed the world. The untold story of genius, betrayal, and the app that died so that TikTok could thrive. From overnight stars to the fall that no one saw coming, we're breaking down what made Vine iconic. Listen to Vine on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Stay informed, empowered, and ahead of the curve with the BIN News This Hour podcast. Updated hourly to bring you the latest stories shaping the Black community. From breaking headlines to cultural milestones, the Black Information Network delivers the facts, the voices, and the perspectives that matter 24/7 because our stories deserve to be heard. Listen to the BIN News This Hour podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi guys, I'm Andrea Gunning, host of Betrayal. I'm excited to bring you all Season 4, a story of a cop and his double life. I wanted to let you know that you can get access to all episodes of Betrayal Season 1, 2, 3, and Betrayal Weekly, and every single episode of Betrayal Season 4 ad-free with an iHeart True Crime Plus subscription, available exclusively on Apple Podcasts. Plus, you'll get access to all episodes of Betrayal Season 4 1 week ahead of everyone else, available only to iHeart True Crime Plus subscribers. So don't wait. Head to Apple Podcasts, search for iHeart True Crime Plus, and subscribe today.
It is time now for my strawberry letter for today. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your strawberry letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know, it could be yours.
It could be yours. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, why can't she realize the marriage is over? Dear Steve and Shirley, my boyfriend and I went on a couples trip with two of his friends and their girlfriends. His friend is dating one of my girlfriends, so we were having a ball, hanging out at the beach and relaxing. Most of us are married, but not to each other. My boyfriend's wife showed up at our resort and tried to mess up our weekend. She knows about me and hasn't had an issue with me being with her husband until he decided to go on a trip with me. She started messaging me on Instagram again to tell me that she knows about the trip and that she might pop up. I ignore all of her crazy messages because I refuse to entertain that old bitter woman that ran off her husband. I planned our trip and I did not think twice about her. Days before our trip, I told my boyfriend about his wife's messages and he found out that she had taken off work around the dates of our trip and he warned me that she might really pop up on us. I told him that he gives her too much freedom and access to his personal information. He agreed, but he refuses to change his email password and he doesn't have a passcode on his cell phone. He says he has nothing to hide. So there we were at our resort with his wife following us around in the background to all of our dinners and excursions on the island. She had her broke sister with her, and the sister was clearly there for a free vacation and no drama because she went out with us on our last night. So I want to know this. Why do women stick around to make their husbands miserable when they know the marriage is over? Why won't she divorce him and move on? Well, we could ask you the very same question. Why don't you wait till they get a divorce and then get with him? I mean, you've heard that saying, if I can't have him, no one else can. Well, that's kind of what's happening here. You may think the marriage is over, but wifey is not giving up so easily. She's still hanging on. As long as she's got those papers, she's going to fight for her man, or make you guys miserable in the process. One or the other. You want to know why she can't realize it's all over? Why can't you realize it's not over? Not yet anyway. There's some unfinished business between the two of them as far as she's concerned. And it's really up to the husband to take care of that, not you. What is the rush for you anyway? I mean, he's not a free man. Why can't you wait, like I said, until they're officially divorced? Because having her stalking you on your vacations and still being so very much in the mix, it's probably not going to change until they're legally done. So I think you should let this go until then. Steve?
First of all, let me clear something up for everybody listening to this. There's no mention of paperwork or divorce in the process. There's no talk of separation, nothing. No one has filed for divorce in this letter. Hear how crazy this letter is, though.
Come on.
My boyfriend and I went on a couples trip with two of his friends and their girlfriends. One of his friends is dating one of my girlfriends, so we having a ball hanging out the beach and relaxing. Here's the key to this whole letter. Most of us are married, but not to each other. What? Now, let's just take this line. Most of us are married, but not to each other. So it's a couples trip. 6 people is on this couple trip. I done the math. If them and two of his friends and their girlfriend, that's 6 people who are married but not to each other. Here's the question. Who are these people? And where y'all find each other at? Cause this is amazing. Now, my boyfriend's wife, this is so crazy. My boyfriend's wife
Come on. Come on.
showed up at our resort and tried to mess up our weekend.
Imagine that.
She knows about me and hasn't had an issue with me being with her husband until he decided to go on a trip with me. Now, the way she found out was the wife started messaging her on IG to tell me she knows about the trip and she might pop up. Now, right here, I'm not going to be on this trip. As the husband, I'm not going. Now, she said, I ignore all her crazy messages because I refuse to entertain that old, bitter woman. So now I know all these people is old. That ran off her husband. I planned our trip. I didn't think twice about her. Days before our trip, I told my boyfriend about his wife's messages. He found out that she had taken off work the dates of our trip and warned me that she might really pop up on us. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And everybody still went. Ooh. Then she said, I told him he give her too much freedom and access to his personal information. We come back. The rest of this ignorance will continue.
All right, Steve, we'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, why can't she realize the marriage is over? We'll get back into it right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You know who it is, Brandon Kyle Goodman. But this Pride Month, call me Messy Mother. On my podcast, Tell Me Something Messy, I'm diving into all the juicy stories and sizzling hot tea that'll make you want to live your life liberated and free. Nothing is off the table for our messy kikis, be it cringy dates, best sex practices, family drama, or cultivating self-love. Plus, I'll be joined by star-studded guests like T.S. Madison. How can we not judge ourselves?
You just gotta tell yourself, like, girl, how old are you, bitch? And I love me a lot because
Oh, you do?
bitch, I love these motherfucking back rolls. What are they? Back rolls.
Back rolls. And dragging messy stories out of guests like the one and only Katya.
I also got into the habit of wearing butt plugs to the gym.
Tell me about this.
Well, and I also work out with butt plugs in quite a bit because, like,
Tell me everything.
Well, it's just first, it feels good.
Yes.
And then second, it's like my little secret.
TMI, please tell me more. Every week, we'll create a compassionate space to share the fullness of who we are. Ooh, I can't wait to get messy with you. Listen to Tell Me Something Messy on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Show me how good it can get today, God, and show the rest of the world what we already know. It can't get no better than being hella black, hella queer, and hella Christian. My name is Joseph Reeves. I am the creator and host of Hella Black, Hella Queer, Hella Christian, a fully black, fully queer, fully human, fully divine podcast that explores society, culture, and the intersections of faith and identity. Listen to Hella Black, Hella Queer, Hella Christian to hear conversations about what it means to sound the way you look.
I think what I've had to make peace with is that every iteration of my voice is given to me by God, and I love it.
Books that validated our identity.
The library now for me is a safe space as someone who is writing books that they're trying to take off of shelves.
And how we, as black queer folks, relate to our Christianity. Listen to Hella Black, Hella Queer, Hella Christian on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you remember Vine? It changed the internet forever, and it vanished in its prime. I'm Benedict Townsend, and this is Vine, 6 seconds that changed the world. The untold story of genius, betrayal, and the app that died so that TikTok could thrive. From overnight stars to the fall that no one saw coming, we're breaking down what made Vine iconic. Listen to Vine on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown. Never let kids' toys take over the house. And never fill your feed with kid photos. You'd never plan your life around their schedule. Never lick your thumb to clean their face. And you'd never let them leave the house looking like less than their best. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it. Never let them stay up too late. And never let them run wild through the grocery store.
Peanuts on aisle 6. And aisle 3.
So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, know it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm Erin Welsh, an ecologist and epidemiologist.
And I'm Erin Allman-Updike, also an epidemiologist.
On our show, This Podcast Will Kill You, we cover everything from the biology of deadly diseases to the weird history behind them, all with a healthy dose of humor.
Like the time we made a surprising discovery about scabies. When you look at pictures of, especially these particular mites, they look more like tardigrades, like water bears, than they do ticks.
Absolutely do, yeah.
They're kind of cute.
Or when we used a classic movie reference to explain allergy tests.
An allergist will inject teeny tiny amounts of the thing that they're allergic to underneath their skin.
It's just like iocane powder in The Princess Bride. but it works.
And our COVID-19 series was even added to the CDC Museum archives. So need I say more?
New episodes drop every Tuesday on the Exactly Right Network.
Listen to This Podcast Will Kill You on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Folks, there are a lot of reasons to like Hyundai. Hyundai's done a lot to support American consumers. I mean, they announced their investment of $21 billion in the United States over the next 3 years that will expand manufacturing and create more jobs for Americans.
And they just announced that they will not be raising MSRP through June 2nd, no matter what. Call 562-314-4603 for more details.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject: why can't she realize the marriage is over?
All right. The title is, why can't she realize the marriage is over? Now, Shirley made a great point. Why don't you realize it ain't over? Because they still married. And Shirley said, why don't you wait until they're divorced? The problem is, ain't nobody mentioned filing in this letter. The 6 people that's on the trip, nobody has filed. They've accepted this as normal behavior. So you and your boyfriend, who is married to this woman, decided to go on a trip. She found out about it. Now she knows about her and said that she ain't never had an issue with her being with her husband until he decided to go on a trip with me. Now 6 people that's on this trip. Him, 2 of his friends, and 2 of her girlfriends. Most of us are married, but not to each other. Lord have mercy. Who are these people and where you find them at? Now, she said the wife started messaging her on IG to tell her that she knew about the trip. And she might pop up. The lady ignored the messages. I don't know how you did that, but I refuse to entertain that old bitter woman that ran off her husband. So she said she planned the trip. She didn't think twice about it. Then before the trip, she told her boyfriend that about her wife's messages. And then he found out that she had taken off work around the dates of our trip and warned me she might really pop up on us. There's no way I'm at this trip, but they went anyway. I told him he'd give her too much freedom and access to his personal information. He agreed, but listen to this. He refused to change his email password. That's because old people don't like change, because then they got to try to remember that one too.
That's what it is.
And he doesn't have a passcode on his cell phone because he ain't gonna remember that. So his phone just rang, you can pick it up, check messages, everything. He said he ain't got nothing to hide. He wide open, he open book. He been doing this like he want to do it and he ain't got nothing to hide. So there we were at our resort with his wife following us around in the background. Who is this woman, man? Y'all at the pool, I'm at the pool. I'm on the other side looking. Y'all get dressed, go to dinner. I'm dressed, I'm going to dinner. I'm in the same restaurant. I'm crossing. I'm in the booth cross from y'all. Now, they don't say nothing about her making a scene or nothing. She just followed them around at the resort. To all our dinners and excursions on the island. So y'all went to see the waterfall. She in the truck behind y'all. She at the waterfall too. Right. Boy, you went on the little nature hike with the picnic. She got a picnic basket. She crossed the road watching y'all eating pimento sandwiches.
Pimento cheese.
And then she had a broke sister with her, and the sister was clearly there for a free vacation and no drama because she went out with us on our last night. So I want to know this. Why do women stick around to make their husbands miserable when they know the marriage is over? Why won't she divorce him and move on? I don't know. I can't answer that question. I don't know how he pulling this off. I don't know what woman follows her husband on a vacation and don't make a scene.
with another.
I don't know what woman watches y'all go to dinner and sit over there and let y'all eat in peace. I don't know anybody who takes off work to go to the resort and don't start nothing and take her sister, and then her sister go out with y'all to laugh. What y'all doing tonight? Ooh, they having fun. They over there laughing.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm over there, Herman. I'm just going out with you because my sister, she tripping. What y'all doing tonight? Y'all be drinking? I be, woo. You got any more friends? So I don't understand this letter, man. I have no advice for you. Well, I don't know how this wife does it like this. I don't know why she's accepted her husband treating her this way. Now, why don't they get a divorce? Why don't he file? But I got the feeling she done said, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not giving you nothing.
Yeah. The wife, yeah.
If you ain't gonna be with me, you ain't gonna be with nobody. But he's with somebody. So I don't have an answer for you.
You know, not even to just stop messing with this married man until you. They're having a ball. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But she should. But you know.
Your old boyfriend need to change his passcode because she taking off days and everything, popping up at the same resort. Got a room or probably on the same floor.
This is crazy, man.
I would love to hear the conversation with his two friends and the other two girls. I would love to hear the conversation between the wife and her sister. I would love to hear these conversations.
Yeah. All right. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook, and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on the free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good. You can download it today.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
This is an iHeart podcast.